Hi everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 14th. I didn't get the video posted yesterday. I was tied up in meetings all day, so I'm posting your update today. This is the next to last update that you'll get from me because this is your last week of your first semester. So congratulations to making it to the end of your first semester in the Web MBA. And I just want you to know that I've enjoyed the semester with you and got a lot of grading left. I've got a grade exam 3 this week. So I'll be getting on that as soon as possible. And your CIO reports are due next Monday. If you can get those turned in early at all, that would be wonderful to help me get ahead because I've got to turn around your grades real fast next week to get things posted and turned in for the end of the semester. So if you have any questions about anything, don't wait till the last minute. Try to get it to me as soon as possible. So we're here. Today's the 14th. Yesterday was the 13th. You're working on your CIO report this week. Let me pull up the CIO report and just go over that with you briefly so you know what I'm looking for. When we pull up the instructions, you find an introduction here that the purpose of this report is really twofold. One is to simply put you in front of someone who is higher up in the organization than you are. Some of you are in that role, and I understand that, and so it's not going to work for everyone, but the main idea is for you to be able to sit down with someone at your organization and have a conversation. They are going to find out that you're working on an MBA, and hopefully after this class you'll be able to have some interesting discussions with them about things that are going on in the organization and some of the theories that we've talked about. Maybe there's some current events that you would like to discuss or questions you have, and be an opportunity for you to build a relationship. So here's some questions just to guide your conversation. You don't have to specifically ask these or only ask these, but this is just a list that I've developed over time that sometimes helps people to get the conversation going. So you can go over this list of questions, but this is not the bulk of your report. You don't even have to give me the answers to those questions. Most people do, just as supporting documentation. But this is what you actually support or give to me, is your feelings on whether or not, well, I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay, here we go. Your feelings on whether or not you feel the CIO has a good handle on the future of technology. So I want to know how you feel after taking the class and the things that we've talked about here, and after talking to your CIO, how do you feel about them being the leader of your organization as far as technology goes? Okay, explanations, do they make sense for the way purchase decisions are made, why purchase decisions are made, who's included in making those purchasing decisions? The rationale for user input into processes, not just purchase decisions, but all decisions within information systems. And then how would you feel working there for the next 10 years knowing that this person's in charge of information related decisions? And then finally, this is where it gets into a little more deep thinking. Up to this point, what you're doing is just sort of telling me how you feel about things. But now I want you to think about a simple statement, or maybe even just a model that CIOs could use to be the basis for making decisions. You're going to have to put some thought into this. I'm not looking for a paragraph. I'm not even looking for a complete sentence. I'm looking for something that could be, that you could draw and have a diagram that's very simple. I mean, as few words as possible, but that would capture the basic ideas of the things that we've talked about in the class. For me, my model is the CYB model. That's why I share it with everybody. Now, sometimes people take that and they build on it, and I've seen some really good modifications to the CYB model. Some people completely go a different direction and come up with something that's all their own, and it is wonderful. So I'm looking for you to use your creativity here and build something that you could give to any CIO in any industry. This is not just your industry. This is any CIO in any industry, and you can explain this to them to help them use this model to make good decisions and to do a good job planning. So what you're looking for here is a statement or a model that is short and sweet and to the point and easy to remember. Here's the reasoning. If there's anything you remember from this class, I want it to be your personal model about what's important with information systems. If you can use that model and in your mind it brings up some of the theories that we've talked about, some of the questions that we've asked, some of the models that we've looked at, some of the stories that we've used, then you can remember that 10 years from now, then this class has been worthwhile. So that's what I'm looking for, is for you to create your own hooks to help you remember some of the content from class. But put it within the context of how a CIO could use that information to make good decisions. So that's really what I'm looking for. The other stuff is interesting for me to read, but this is where I'm looking for you to really put some time into the thought process of this final project. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to getting it. I'll get on grading your exam 3 just as soon as possible this week and get those grades put in for you. And I look forward to getting your CIO reports. Hope everybody's doing well and have a good last week of your first semester.